YouTube, what's going on? Second City Sleepers here today. Alex and Bill here. We got our, Ryan's not here unfortunately right now in person, but we do have him on the phone on speaker. I hope you guys can hear him because it's kind of quiet, but I got it close enough to the camera where it should come out. We already recorded a video discussing the Shield and the whole Sting situation, and after we were done recording, we were like, well, Ryan came up with the ideas. But thanks to Ryan, those are good topics. We decided to bring him in after recording that. I wish you would have done it earlier, but we did not think of it. Ryan, you want to introduce yourself real quick since you were not here before?
I'm Ryan. I'm kind of the guy that just helps them out when they need help. These guys are killing it. Whenever they need me, I'm here. I'm Ryan.
He's pretty much our main guy behind the scene right now, giving us ideas. He was me and him were the ones that came up with the idea to start this talk show. And I brought Bill in along because Bill's wrestling skills or wrestling knowledge is up there with Ryan's, and I'm not up to their standards, but compared to like way back. But anyway, to get into it, Ryan's first topic we brought up was of course the Shield. Me and Bill both agreed that I think we both agreed about Ambrose earlier, right? Yeah. Ambrose was the main one that should get the big push. Ryan, what do you think about Ambrose out of the three?
Ambrose is the main guy, I would say, that needs to be pushed right away. I mean, come on, look at him. He's got the skills in the ring, got the skills on the mic. I mean, his theme music even gets a huge pop now. The other guys' music don't even hit anymore. Just kind of boring and lame. But once you hear that Ambrose music, you know something crazy is about to happen. It just gets you kind of pumped.
Well, that is one thing,
I think Ambrose should be number one.
Yes, 100%. That's the one thing, Reigns has still got the Shield theme, of course, and like Ryan said with the whole music pop, we didn't think about this either earlier.
With the music pop?
Yeah, with the music pops. When Ambrose's music hits, he's get the biggest pop out of the three right now, hands down.
See, I'm going to have to disagree with you, gentlemen, because I think that Roman Reigns keeping the Shield entrance. I think if you go back to Monday Night Raw and watch it again, I think Reigns gets the biggest pop, and I think that what Ryan just said, I think Reigns is the guy that they're going to push now. Like I said before, that Dean Ambrose is going to be the guy that's going to be, in the long run, he's going to be better than all three of them, but right now, not so much. Reigns is going to get his push. They're going to figure out he's not as good as they thought he was going to be. And Ambrose is going to be the guy that's going to, take over. When it's all said and done, Ambrose is going to be the top guy that comes out of there and be a CM Punk, Shawn Michaels kind of a guy. But
without a doubt.
I think that Roman Reigns' theme song, when it hits, now it's a Montreal crowd. It's Canadian. Just like, not as good as Chicago crowd, but almost up there. And they pop pretty hard.
They do. I feel bad for Seth Rollins because he's kind of like in the bottom of the...
That's why they gave him the Money in the Bank.
Yeah, probably. I mean, Seth Rollins is great. Ryan?
It sucks because, he's so right. Reigns is going to get this major push. The music does fit. He's got the Shield thing still going for him. Canadian fans are awesome. You can't even go wrong with that. They live and breathe wrestling. It just sucks because they're going to be looking a year from now and thinking, wow, we should just push Ambrose right away. I look at it as which guy would go into the Hall of Fame first, and are they going to go in together? But I say Ambrose should be the main guy. But you're right. Later on the road, Reigns is just going to be, they're going to be, wow, we really wasted time on this guy.
Yeah.
His mic skills ain't there either.
I don't think he'll be as bad as a Ryback push, but I think he'll...
That was a good comparison.
He won't be that bad, and he won't be in any way as bad as Batista in his return, but I mean, Roman Reigns has something, don't get me wrong, but like in the long run, I think for Ambrose it's a what do they call it? It's a not a sprint, but what's that cliche? It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Yes.
For Ambrose. And when push comes to shove, Ambrose is going to be the long-term guy that is going to work his way up instead of just getting pushed right away. Because he lost against
And he lost against Orton on
straight
Raw
up.
last night.
I mean, RKO, boom, it's over. But a hell of a match, and he's going to pay his dues. He was United States champion for a long time, and he's going to do what he has to do. And in the long run, they're going to see him. He's going to be in better matches. He's a better talker, and he's going to be in a lot like Ryan said, Hall of Fame. Out of those three, he'll be the first one in there.
Yes, as long as he doesn't pull a Ziggler or a Sandow and do something backstage that we don't know of right now to screw their careers. Because as we stated before, Ziggler and Sandow are up there talent-wise, but they must have done something behind the scenes to screw themselves over. I hope Ambrose doesn't do anything like that to hurt his career, because Ambrose he's like I stated before, he's main event caliber. He could be the head guy. He could be the next John Cena possibly, but a lot better, of course. But what's going to hurt him in the long run is his size as well. He doesn't have that superstar caliber, bodybuilder size that Vince and Triple H look for. So but the way things have been going lately, a lot of us are hoping that the tides are starting to turn now. They're starting to bring in the more talented guys over the bodybuilder guys. But we got to see what happens.
Ambrose has been pumping up lately, though. He looks different. He looks a little more ripped.
Yes, he does.
Oh, he
looks good. A little more iron out of the gym.
One thing me and Bill were talking about earlier at Ambrose is character. He's got the Heath Ledger / Roddy Piper kind of gimmick going on for him right now. And the one thing that me and Bill both agree on was that we like his craziness that he has, but when he starts talking, he gets crazy too quick. We think he needs to ease into it a little more, not be as crazy. But
see, I see the Piper, and I see that, but in some ways, the way he gets crazy like that kind of brings back to like the whole Brian Pillman kind of thing,
Yeah,
I never thought of that.
Very good.
And you think about it, he starts speaking nuts, and he starts getting it warmed up, and then it kind of like, all right, dude, you kind of got a little too crazy, It's like, all right, we get what you're saying, bro, But and then I see him a little bit always like a Roddy Piper and a Brian Pillman kind of mixed together. You kind of get that feel of them.
I like that. I never thought of that. I never thought of Brian Pillman comparison with him.
I like
I never
what you
thought
said.
of that.
Right, like he gets a little too crazy. Like if he could tone it down, and he even does it in the ring. He'll be flying around like a maniac in the ring, and he'll miss some spots and miss things in here and there. Where when Daniel Bryan started flying around before he got his big push, the fans loved him flying around, connecting, doing this, that. And he never really talked. They looked at him as a little guy that got bro kicked at WrestleMania and lost in 10 seconds,
18 seconds,
and now
17,
he was so good in the ring, and then people respect him. And I mean, there's a lot of respect about Ambrose, and I think he's just doing too much too fast. Like, tone the crazy down a little bit. A little bit. Just work it in every now and then. And the Pillman reference is genius.
That's. I mean, I give you a lot of credit for that, because I never thought of that myself. But one thing I was discussing.
Did it,
Yeah. One thing I was discussing with Bill earlier was I know I've shown you. Remember the CM Punk match in OVW between him and Punk?
Yes.
So Bill's never seen it. I told him that I want to see more of that character, because his character in OVW reminded me a lot of Punk. The whole speaking out of his mind thing and all that. And then his wrestling skills were very close to Punk's in the ring as well. And I made if you go back to his John Moxley days, I don't know if I ever showed you any of those. But
I remember you showed me that one, and I just fell in love with Ambrose right off the bat. There's something about him.
Yeah, but if you go back to his John Moxley days in the independent scene, you can really compare him to Punk with Mick Foley, with that hardcore stuff, with the technical style.
Yeah.
So I want you and Bill to go back and check out his independent stuff, because that's better than anything you've ever seen from him. His character was amazing. His in-ring skill was amazing. He did a lot of hardcore stuff. Reminds you of ECW stuff, which probably most of our fans have never watched before, but if we have any fans yet.
But that goes back to this what WWE wants. So, you know, if Dean Ambrose was out there, he would want to be that character. I mean, this is completely off topic, but if you know, Fandango's indie matches are fantastic. But look what WWE wants out of them up there.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, it's like if Dean Ambrose, if he probably did have the opportunity to do his own thing, maybe the craziness wasn't down. It could be WWE saying, "I want you to go out there being a lunatic." You know, it's like everybody, you know, Dean Ambrose. Of course, we're going to expect a lunatic, but we want to
tone it down.
like you know.
Yeah, if Dean Ambrose was in the Attitude Era, he'd probably be up there with Stone Cold Steve Austin. With
Oh yeah, those that would be that's a beautiful point to say.
yeah, it's a different era and attitude. So you gotta play within the rules of what WWE wants you to do now. And
yeah, he grew up in that ages like we did, where we loved the Attitude Era, and if we were wrestlers, this is probably the way we would want to be.
yeah,
Right.
You know.
I think that
Totally agree with that.
I think it's coming back a little bit. I mean, they said bitch on Raw, so you know, and they let Roman Reigns do it because he's very good.
Plus, they're
on the mic.
promoting alcohol in Raw now.
And then they're promoting alcohol. Mike's Hard Lemonade. I mean,
Yeah.
that's awesome. So I mean, they're getting that not quite to the Attitude Era, but hey, when they here's the thing.
Slamming 2 little sweet peas.
But I'll tell you what, when they replayed the what was the last pay-per-view? Money in the
That was
Bank.
Money in the Bank.
When Randy Orton busted his head open, you know, legitimately.
Oh, that was.
And what they usually would do on Raw, the next night they would show it and then put it in black and white. When anybody would legitimately bleed or bleed on fake or whatever. When anytime anyone would bleed, they would put it in black and white. If you notice in the PG era, when they did it on Raw, they did not black and white it out. They just showed his blood, you know, and they're like, "Oh, Orton was busted open." So maybe there's a little tide. It's changing a little bit.
Maybe CM Punk did kind of change stuff, even when he's not in there. He's not with the company anymore.
I just hope they're figuring out that we can't win like we want to win with what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
But real quick before we get on to the next topic, I think we're all in agreement here. If we all had to pick one guy 10 years down the road, that who could possibly be the head of the company, who would you pick?
Out of the Shield.
Yeah, out of the Shield.
Well, it's Ambrose. Right?
Yeah. Ryan, I'm pretty sure you're in agreement with that, Ambrose.
Yeah, and it's so sad too because, like what you said earlier, Seth Rollins just gets thrown into the mix, and you know the only thing that can kill him is this Money in the Bank. And in my opinion, I don't think he's going to win the Money in the Bank when he does cash it in.
We're in agreement as well with that.
It sucks, but yes, Ambrose will be the guy all of us, everybody will remember, and Zoe will remember.
Yeah.
So,
But before I think Rollins will cash it in and be triumphant with it. But I think he'll lose it right away when he wins it. Remember, me and Alex had this discussion a little bit earlier. I think he'll win it, and then he'll end up losing it. Like
It could be another Ziggler incident.
Yeah, something bad. But I think he'll win it because I don't think they're gonna. The two guys that never won it were, you know, John Cena and
Sandow.
And John Cena's John Cena, and he did it straight up, and Sandow must have done something bad to Vince's desk and pooped on it or something. I don't know. Because now he's just, you know, not doing anything.
the Vince McMahon thing was great, though.
Yes.
See, but he's just a character now.
No, what was even better, you didn't see. You don't have the WWE Network, right?
No.
They had on Main Event tonight. They had a highlight reel with Jericho interviewing Bret Hart, and Sandow came out as HBK trying to redo the Montreal Screwjob.
Oh, I will look that up right after this.
It was really good.
I didn't see it either. So.
It was funny, but I felt bad for Sandow that they're treating him this way. But we've ran on long enough the whole Shield thing. So next topic, real quick, we're gonna get on with, of course, kind of big pink elephant once again. Sting posted on Twitter, I believe it was, that something about July 14th of this year, which is a week from yesterday. that's all he pretty much posted. But a lot of speculation saying he will be back on Raw that night. Whether or not that's true, he could be coming to a Comic-Con. That's what that could have meant. But we want to get on the Sting discussion real quick here. Haven't talked about that in the past episode. That's our ideas of what he would possibly do when he does return. Me and Ryan discussed earlier in a phone call, text messaging, the possibility of him coming back as not an actual owner per se, or a shareholder per se, but as Vince bringing him in as kind of like one of the head guys, pretty much, with the possibility of maybe even being a general manager, since the general manager spot on Raw is vacant, to end up feuding with Triple H, which is really good idea. I mean, because there's not much you can do with Sting. You can't put him in the ring unless you're gonna have him fight Undertaker or Triple H, which would be terrible.
There's no reason to fight the Undertaker anymore.
There is no reason for Undertaker to get in the ring ever again after that travesty at WrestleMania.
Get Paul Heyman in here, he'll tell you why. Because Brock Lesnar is the one
behind 21 and 1.
But I think that's good. I kind of see what you guys are talking about with this thing. Like, I could see Vince coming out and being like, all right, you know what, Triple H, Steph, you know, you guys ain't getting it done. We're not doing... But see, isn't it kind of like... Not too much, but like remember when Ric Flair came out and he was the co-owner, and then Vince brought back the NWO. You know, I mean, that was awesome, because we got Hogan back, and the only thing I can think of, as I was telling Alex, is that with the Shane thing, and, you know, Vince, because I don't think Vince is going to be an on-air character for a long time, if not ever again.
He'll be back every now and then, but he's not going to be.
But if Shane, because Shane quit his job, I think, you know, he's
a
no
good year and a half ago minimum.
So Shane comes back, brings back Sting. Sting goes, all right, now, you know, my dad, blah, 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 this and that. So Triple H is like, well, the face of the company is Randy Orton, and somehow, or, you know, the big swerve, Dean Ambrose wins the title earlier than we think. Dean Ambrose becomes a bad guy. He's with, you know, they don't call it the corporation, they call it, what do they call it?
The Authority.
The Authority now. And then Sting goes, well, you know what? Me and Shane were like, you know what? If we have to bring back someone, well, we're bringing back CM Punk. And CM Punk comes out, big ass feud with Dean Ambrose, and my head pops off, and wrestling is the best thing you ever saw on TV. I was thinking.
It'd be amazing, but it's one of those things like it's.
I mean, there's rumors CM, but you know, AJ's flaunting her. She won the title. You know,
thank God she's back. She brought back some credibility to Divas division finally.
Everybody in WWE's like, AJ, you're back.
Where's Punk?
Where's Phil? Where's Phil? Where you come, Mr. Brooks? You coming back? What is he doing? Is he okay? Hockey's no longer going on right now, so.
He's not a football fan, and the Cubs are done.
And he likes the Cubs. He loves the Cubs, but you know.
Our Cubbies are going nowhere fast, so.
But Phil, I'm CM Punk. That's I think that's like a dream scenario right there. You have Sting and Shane McMahon bring back CM Punk. And Ambrose is the new face of the company for the Authority. And it's Ambrose Punk, WrestleMania. Best out of 100 Falls. It's the whole WrestleMania.
Yeah, just have them going out. Just have them going for 3.5 hours. It'd be the best WrestleMania ever. It'd be better than having it at the Silverdome.
Yeah.
But
anybody catch that? No?
Yeah, way to be Hogan.
Well, I don't want to be Hogan because he's terrible.
Everybody's beating Hogan though now. Seems like. It seems like everybody's beating Hogan. And my 2-month-old daughter beat Hogan yesterday.
Zoe could beat Hogan right now, I bet.
No, I would love it. Just the whole Punk thing, you know, it just upsets me, but I just feel like we're not going to see him for a while.
No,
he's going to be one of those guys that just. It reminds me of old Bret Hart kind of scenario. He just kind of hides out, wants to do his own thing, you know.
And there was a whole bunch of rumors and speculation. If you guys have been on the internet at all about, because they're doing the whole WrestleMania Rewind featuring Punk now, and with AJ coming back. A lot of people are speculating that Punk's coming back soon. And I'm the biggest Punk fan out of anybody, and even I admit that it's not going to happen anytime soon, if at all.
Well, well, they said if anything,
July 17th is when his contract officially expires.
Now the WWE can re-sign him for him not to do any dates to get paid for being a wrestler. So they can, like, if you hear after July 17th that WWE re-signed CM Punk, and everybody's going to be like, oh my God, what's that mean? That means that Vince put his foot on CM Punk's throat and said, you know what? You better make money some other way, because you can't make it you can't show up to any wrestling events, independent, or you can't go to TNA. I don't know why he would. Or you can't go to independent shows, which I think he would. You know, just
so if he loves another AEW show again, oh my God.
Vince McMahon will rehire CM Punk. It's in the contract that he can sign Punk for another, I think it's 6 months. I'm not sure how it works out, but don't be shocked if you see after July 17th that the WWE has signed CM Punk. Because you're like, oh my God, no. Vince is doing that so Punk can't make any money. Even though he's making money right now. But after the 17th, you got to figure it out. I'm not too clear on the particulars. Because Punk's making money off WWE right now until the 17th. I mean, this dude's living large. Don't get me wrong. And his old lady just won the woman's title, so they must not hate him that much. But the 17th,
Vince doesn't hate him. Triple H does.
They can still sign him for a 6 to 8 month contract or something like that. You got to look it up. So where WWE still owns Punk from not showing up anywhere else. Long story short, too late for that. I apologize.
Oh, that's all good. We're talking about Punk. I'm in the good world right now. But yeah, anyway, we were talking about the whole Shield thing and the Sting thing, you know.
Now, is it possible that if Sting comes back, you bring somebody back that's not Punk? I know this might be a long shot as well, but what if Sting comes back and he's like, you know what, I know he can't wrestle, blah, 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 he comes to GM, blah, blah, blah. What if he brings somebody back, or somebody new even? Somebody, I'm just going to name out names, like what if AJ Styles or Matt Morgan. Just somebody who's shocker, like, oh wow, he's actually bringing these guys in. And
I would love to see the AJ Styles thing.
See, that's genius. Yeah, Matt Morgan, yeah, you could flush him down the toilet.
What?
Oh, God. WWE, there's a reason why he was in WWE. There's a reason why he didn't make it in TNA.
Okay, this is when we argue.
AJ Styles, that would be huge.
I just threw out names. I was just thinking anybody that's released right now or out,
yeah,
because
AJ's not with TNA. Neither is Matt Morgan. Matt Morgan was never.
Well, they're both at Ring of Honor now. Matt Morgan might not be. He might be just doing independent stuff right now.
Or working at Walmart. We don't know. But AJ Styles is winning titles.
He's wasting away right now. He was the reason I always used to watch TNA.
AJ in the WWE? That'd be huge. Like Ryan.
He debuted in WWE.
Wow.
Just what if Sting just brought a character like, wow, they brought this guy with Sting or something, and somebody just like.
What would be awesome would be if all of a sudden Bully Ray drops out of his contract with TNA and Sting brings him in.
Bully Ray it's just the Dudleys himself needs to come back.
I don't know. I think Devon might be dead.
I think aren't they putting Team 3D in the Hall of Fame, the TNA Hall of Fame?
Yeah, and Devon's not with the company anymore, which I don't understand.
He's not with the company anymore?
I don't think so. I've watched the last 2 TNA episodes don't ask me why I did that torturous 2 hours, but Mike, if you're watching this, I'm sorry.
Fast forwarding.
What was that?
That was like 15 minutes with all the fast forwarding.
I watched it live, so it was a bad idea. But yeah, I mean, if that would be a great idea if Sting came back with somebody unexpected, just a random big name that's not in the company. AJ would be great
because I think AJ needs a guy behind him AJ
Yes.
would not flourish in WWE by himself because he couldn't do it in TNA. But with the right guy to back him and have AJ just wrestle his ass off, you know. I mean, there's many guys that do. We were talking about that earlier. Brock Lesnar. He can't talk to save his life. You know, no, we just said it. The one and blah, 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 you know. And, you know, you put Paul Heyman, you know, under him.
You put Paul Heyman at anybody, they're going to become an immediate star.
Yeah, and Brock's just a badass.
You put him at Blow Dallas,
so
Blow
good.
Dallas is going to be big.
Oh, yeah, because Curtis Axel turned out really great.
Yeah, well,
Ugh.
exactly.
I thought he was going to be great, and I was wrong on that
Yeah,
one.
that was I saw a train wreck written all over that dude.
As
He
I said,
didn't look
yeah.
good. He didn't talk. He didn't wrestle. That guy was just.
When you come out with a T-shirt that says better than perfect, then you better like that guy.
Yeah, you better
He's
act
bad.
better than perfect, and he was
bad. I'm like, dude, comb your hair a different way. Why you look like that in general?
I hated it as soon as somebody kicked out of the perfect flex. I'm like, you're not better than perfect.
He was
No.
just bad.
Bret Hart's the only guy to get out of the perfect flex, I think.
Hulk
I
Hogan.
think
did it.
that
Oh, John, you're on the Hulk Hogan train again.
I'm
God
just
damn it.
saying. He was immortal. He was Hulk Hogan.
I'm going to bed. Screw that. But yeah, this episode's been getting a little long, so we're gonna have to wrap it up here shortly. Final thoughts about this episode, guys.
I like Bill.
Ryan, was nice talking to you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, right, Bill. Bill's awesome.
It sounds
I
like you
agree.
know your shit. Can we say shit on
Yeah.
TV?
We can say shit on
I'm
YouTube.
sorry.
But,
Yeah.
I hope you come by, or we can come by, or I'd like to meet you face to face one of these days.
Yeah, Ryan, you need to get out here so we can have a little more than just two
Better
ugly
than
faces
that
here.
stuff. That's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, I agree.
I get out there, it's gonna be a 4-hour episode.
Oh yes. I said we film on Tuesday, so
But yes, that's awesome.
if I gotta
You're
come
really
pick
good.
you up, I'll
like
pick
I
you
said,
up.
I'll call in anytime you guys want me to.
All right, man.
All right, nice talking to you guys.
Yep. Take it easy, brother.
Appreciate it.
See you later.
Later.
Bye.
Anyway, that was Ryan, everybody. I'm sure we'll have a face to go with that voice someday.
Hopefully we picked it all up.
We did.
That was just 3 people, first time talking to each other, so
Well, first
might
time we
not have
talked
been
to him.
the smoothest thing, but
Yeah, I said eventually he'll be out here, as I said before. This episode's ran pretty long, I think. I haven't kept track of it. But, yeah, we talked about, anyway, Shield, Sting, CM Punk, we talked about, I know we got off track with the Sting stuff, but there's not really
I
much
think
you
we
could,
got
there's not really
off
much,
track on the CM Punk stuff
good point.
because we love Punk.
Well, of course, I've worn a Punk shirt every show so far. But there wasn't really much you could talk about Sting other than a couple ideas, and then we got into some good topics with other wrestlers. But as always, if you like this video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button below the video. Also, comment, express your opinions to us, so we can discuss that in further episodes. Get in contact with you guys as well. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel, help support us. That way, you can all stay up to date whenever we upload a new video. And we also have a Facebook and a Twitter page. Links will be down low in the description. Down below the description. Sorry.
See that?
Okay.
That was good. Down.
I don't know, was that good? If you thought that was good.
Down where?
If you thought that was not good, so. But if you thought that was good, go ahead and comment on that as well. But, as always, like I said, Twitter and Facebook, down below in the description. And as always, this is Alex. I'm Alex. This is Bill. We had Ryan on the phone earlier. Ryan, we hope to see you in person soon. We got a spot right over here somewhere for you. As always, YouTube. We'll see you later.